Welcome into Sikkim365.com, and we are back with another fall camp report. This might be my last one of fall camp. Next week, of course, it all ends as Baylor turns their focus to getting ready for prep week against Auburn. Should be a lot of fun, should be very interesting, but let's dive into the biggest topics of today. And honestly, the biggest one isn't even what happened at fall camp. It is obviously the chrome helmets coming back. Great news. If you want to hear more about that, check out the Sikkim365 YouTube page. Got all kinds of content, including a video on that specific topic, but very excited about the new chrome helmets that have come back to Baylor. So today, though, the big topic's single digits, right? So that's what we got to see at fall camp today. A lot of different things, but it was kind of more the same at fall camp except for those single digit numbers. So we're going to go through those. Number 0, Jackie Marshall. He retains the number. Very good player. I'm expecting him to have a bigger year than he had a year ago. I just think the defense is going to function a lot better. I think it's going to give him more opportunities for one-on-one matchups, and he's a very athletic player. I think that's going to show more this upcoming season. Number 1 is Michael Trigg. He retains the number as well. Very good tight end, a guy who I think still has another level to get to, though. And I think most Baylor fans would agree with that. It's one of those situations where you watch Michael Trigg play, you see all the talent in the world, you see how much of a matchup problem he is. Now the question really comes down to what level does he get to? Does he become a true NFL draft prospect? I think he will after this upcoming season. Number 2 is a new addition. It's Cole Wilson, the transfer from Texas State. He really had a great spring. Continued that into the fall. Very fast player. I think he's going to make up for the loss of Monterey Baldwin very nicely. He's got better hands than Monterey, but again, it's the yards after catch. It's the ability to win down the field. That's where you're going to see Cole Wilson thrive. Moving on to number 3, Devin Bobby. Another guy retaining the number. He had his best spring that he's had at Baylor, his best offseason in general. He's going to have to be a huge leader at the safety position, which is the position I have the most concerns about with Baylor going into the 2025 season. At number 4, a very surprising one, I would say, just because he arrived in the summer. Hasn't been with the team for a long time, but Lewis Brown continues to turn heads. We've talked about him a lot since he was added from San Diego State this past offseason into the summer. He's come out to fall camp and really thrived. Been very impressed with him. His ability in contested catch situations, his ability in rail shots down the sideline, those are the 2 areas that I really think he will thrive. There's a chance he starts opposite Josh Cameron when the Bears open the season against Auburn. Very good player, very excited to see what he could bring to this offense in 2025. At number 5 is Carl Williams. We just heard kind of the bad news about Carl Williams over the weekend. Dave Aranda said he's operating at 60% right now. That's a red flag for sure for a guy that was hurt a lot last year. I don't think we've seen his best football, but if he gets right, he's a difference maker for Baylor, and he increases my optimism of the safety position if he gets to 100%. I don't know when that will be, though. We'll see, but we're all hoping that Carl Williams can get to that level that we saw as a true freshman and what we saw glimpses of last year. At number 6, Ashton Hawkins. Crazy offseason, I would say, for Ashton. Lots of highs and lows, right? But at the end of the day, he's eligible. He's going to be a big factor for Baylor's offense. He's going to rock the slot. He's going to be able to play outside receiver as well. It's no surprise he retains this number. He was really, really good last year. And I expect big things from Ashton as kind of that consistent product at the wide receiver position. At number 7, in my eyes, probably the coolest one, Bryson Washington will wear the number 7. The last running back at Baylor to wear number 7 was Abram Smith during his historic 2021 season. Bryson's going to look really good in number 7. I think he's going to have the opportunity to have a career-type year. And what I mean by career-type year, I mean actually potentially break some Baylor records. The injury to Dawson Pendergrass, I think, opens up even more room for him to reach a different ceiling with his numbers this upcoming season. Even though I expect Caden Knighton to play a big role, B-Wash is going to have an opportunity to break a lot of records and have an awesome year while looking awesome doing it. That number 7 is going to be really cool on him. Number 8, Caden Jenkins just retains his number as number 8. He's going to be playing cornerback. I expect a bounce back year from him. I really do. I think he's going to be a big factor. He's going to rotate in. He's going to play starter minutes, even if he is not the starter. I think he's going to play a big role, and I expect him to be a lot better than he was at the end of last year. I still think he can be a difference maker. And then number 9, we have another new one. It's Cooper Lands wearing the number 9. He takes over for Trevin Maai's number 9 that he wore a year ago. And Cooper gets to play his position, his natural position. He doesn't have to play nose tackle anymore. I think it's going to create more opportunities for him to use what in my eyes is one of his best skill sets, and that's creating havoc, getting after the quarterback, creating tackles for loss. That's what he did in high school, and now he'll finally get the opportunity to do that in Baylor's defense heading into the 2025 season. Those were the big notes from fall camp today. Be sure to check out Sikkim 365 Premium for all of our coverage, especially as things lead up to game week against Auburn. But thanks for listening. This has been Sikkim365.com.
Join Sikkim 365 Premium on a $1 for 1 month trial to read our experts' notes and insights. Know about high school commits, off-season transfers, coaching staff changes, and so much more before the rest. Also, download the Sikkim 365 app on your iPhone today to get instant notifications of breaking news, read up on the latest inside info, easily interact with other Baylor fans on our forums, and get alerts for anything published by your favorite staff members.